Hello, everyone. My name is Lily Lane, and again, it is my honor to be able to welcome each of you on this day, January 23rd, 2022, to our HaitiLove and Caribbean guest presentation of Unpassive. We thank you for coming to get the right information that will help you make the right decision. The joy of knowing that I have connected with the program that is awesome. And I'm so excited about this opportunity. Our program today will consist of Dr. Derek will do the presentation. We will have another presentation from Teresa. And also we're gonna have information from Ahmadine. So at this time, with no further ado, we will give the mic to Dr. Derek. Thank you, Dr. Derek.
Peace, blessings, and enough love to each and every one that is on this presentation, that is on this webinar. I do appreciate all that are present here, and also to our Brooklyn Live with lovely Amandine there, and the guests that are there. Thank you very much, Lily. Really appreciate the introduction, Lily Lane. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That was our business in a music form on Passive, which is relating to Catmo. And you soon hear a little bit more about Catmo. And so we are going to dive into our HaitiLove and Caribbean guest presentation of Unpassive. That's the name of the business, Unpassive. And we are going to kind of tie in with the Empire State Building. And most of us know the Empire State Building that is in Manhattan, New York. And that's a very big, powerful, tall, attractive building that John will agree with me as a man living in Manhattan, that this is a wonder. A lot of tourists come just for this building. And so that is a very powerful, strong building in Manhattan, New York, USSR. So we are building a strong and powerful empire with Unpassive. That's what we are doing today. So let me introduce the Empire State Building to us. It is just an ordinary building, but it is one that is both strong and powerful. The Empire State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan, New York City, United States. It is designed by Steve Lamb and Harmon and built from March 1930 to May 1931 at a cost of 40 million with a M. Anything that is good is going to cost a lot of money. 40 million over plus dollars. Everyone likes to know that they are financially secure, not just for now, but for the future. We present you Unpassive, a strong, powerful business that guarantees you success. To get into Unpassive, as a founding member is as easy as A, B, C. A, access founder's position by paying one time out of pocket. B, be the best business owner. Browse around your virtual office to get familiar with your own business. And of course, C, collect the currency. And I guess this might be the easiest part. Collect the currency you desire after global launch, and ONPASSIVE platform goes to work for you with AI, artificial intelligence, and MLT, machine learning technology that 100% automate your business. A physical building built without a foundation is this destined to fall. Only a firm foundation creates a real and lasting building. Building of any kind of structure directly onto the ground is almost certain doom to fail. With even the smallest building weighing in at several tons, unprepared earth simply won't be able to take the weight. Before you can even think of building, you need to lay a solid foundation after a reinforced concrete that will stand the strain of all that weight whilst keeping the structure stable for a duration of its existence. So the system that makes up the empire, the structure part of the empire, are the most important part, the structural. The empire simply cannot exist without these parts. One, the foundation. The foundation of the empire state goes to a depth of 55 feet 8 inches on the ground and made up of 210 pillars. Foundation of ONPASSIVE is the love for humanity, which is related to the pillars in the acronym of CATMO. The 5 pillars of ONPASSIVE as it relates to the acronym CATMO, it's C, a complete digital solution software. Products are linked to serve customers' individual needs. All products are on a secure site, offer a high value at a fair price. I will soon get into that fair price. Artificial intelligence and automation. We are an artificial intelligence information software technology company and machine learning technology working 24/7, which means it doesn't sleep. T, targeted traffic, runs for you, bringing you new business and new customers, because that's what every business need, new customers. M, more money, much more money in each founder's wallet, growing a residual income from a global patented pay plan. And O, ONPASSIVE, our precious business with heart. It is a privilege and a blessing to be a founding member in this business. ONPASSIVE, our pillar, which is CATMO. ONPASSIVE will do everything for you. Using new, never before seen software products, ONPASSIVE will build your internet business for you. You don't have to be tech savvy. Ash Mufare is creating both a business for you and also the software products to be sold on your website. You don't have to do anything. ONPASSIVE is using artificial intelligence to do all the work and then pays you, forcing you to be successful. The Empire State Building that does not have a frame simply can't stand. One of the next thing to be put together when the empire was built is the frame. The engineers made sure you have a proper plan and a great material for the frame. The Empire State Building is composed of 60,000 tons of steel, 200,000 cubic feet of Indiana limestone and granite, 10 million bricks, and 730 tons of aluminum and stainless steel. Steel columns and beams form a stable 3D grid throughout the entire structure. Frame, 730 tons of aluminum and stainless steel. Steel column and beams form a stable 3D grid throughout the entire structure. And therefore, the frame of Unpassive is our vision for Unpassive to provide fair and equal opportunity, tools, and strategy for people starting with founders to earn passive income online. The frame of Unpassive is customers, very important. There are over 1 million founders which will become customers. And every business, if you were to start with over 1.1 million customers standing at the door for the opening of your business, that has never been seen before. Just think about it. You start a business and over 1 million people standing at your door. That is what we have, because each founder is also a customer. System that makes up the Empire State Building. The roof is the next system. We know that the roof of the empire covers and shelters the roof. Covers and shelters. The roof is another of the most important part of that system. It protects the people and items from everything and anything. Roof blocks the rain, wind, hail, and snow, and it also catches most of the sunlight and provides you insulation to keep the empire warm in the winter and cool in the summer. When it is performing such an important role, it is highly essential that you have top-notch roofing that not only looks good, but also perform well under seasonal stress. And there's a lot of seasonal stress in New York, even as we speak. It should have the capacity to withstand the season changes and its impact on it. Roof of Unpassive is our CEO, which is Ash Mufari. Ash Mufari is a man with a vision for the future, a selfless person who thinks less about himself, not of himself, but about himself, and more about people struggling to make a stand on their own to lead a prosperous life. The result is Unpassive, an AI-driven automated platform providing the much needed business solution. And the best part is that it is hands-free. Mr. Ash Mufari attended the American Intercontinental University for his master's degree in information technology and e-commerce. It is at this time he understood how the internet has the potential to change people's life. In addition to Ash Mufari, another vital aspect of the roof is the products. And these are some of the products that will be available to you at the early stages. As time permits, then more products will be added and added and added and added. So this will not be all the products that we have to offer. But let us start with what we know and have. If you are using Udacity as a e-learning platform, then Academy will appeal to you. If you are using GoFounder as a crowdfunding platform to gather funds for your cause, then Bless will appeal to you. As we launch Staff, if you are using things for your staff, which is like Bamboo HR, which is a HRMS, human resource management system. If that is what you're using, Bamboo HR and others, then Staff will appeal to you. Right now, we are using Zoom for our webinar platform. And if you are using other platform, then Connect as a webinar platform will appeal to you. If you are using like Facebook and those social network platform, then Onet will definitely appeal to you. If you are using Wix and GoDaddy to create a website, then of course, Create will definitely appeal to you. If you are using IPVanish presently as your VPN to secure your IP address, then Virtual will definitely appeal to you. And so, are these products viable? Are they making money? Yes. Yes. It's a $500 billion industry presently. So these products are very valuable. If you look at Staff, which we just launched on Thursday, then of course it is doing very well presently at a $17 billion industry. And so what Staff is going to do is just get a little of that, or some of that $17 billion that is already flowing in that industry. So what makes ONPASSIVE different? Of course, it is one, the security. ONPASSIVE, a leading artificial intelligence software development company, offers highly secure AI-driven automation products, tools, and applications with an emphasis to govern your data automation. 2, automation. ONPASSIVE AI offers automation and enterprises software solution that streamline your business process with a focus on improved results. 3, reliability. These are what makes the difference with what is already out there. ONPASSIVE software consulting and development company is a community of approximately 1.1 million invested in building futuristic applications and technological solutions. 4, it is organic, built from the ground up. 5, artificial intelligence, not added, but built with it from the ground up. Machine learning. 6, machine learning technology also included from the ground up. Cost effective. All of our products are very, very cost effective, and we soon get into that. One umbrella, everything. You don't have to go there. Even Staff, when you look at Staff, there are 4 or 5 components that make up Staff alone. And so you'd have to go to 4 or 5 different companies in order to get that full HRM system for your business. But with ONPASSIVE, it is all under one umbrella. And of course, they communicate with each other. Location, location, location is one of the primary things in respective to where business is concerned. And so whenever a building this caution comes to mind, where to put that building is also important. And having a building shows more credibility and it shows longevity. Does ONPASSIVE have any locations somewhere on the planet? Almost definitely. ONPASSIVE has its own legal business that is registered in Florida, Orlando, Florida, and the headquarters is also in Orlando, Florida. We also leased in 2020 a 5-story operational headquarters in Hyderabad, India. And of course, we know that that's the tech city. And Microsoft actually has a building there. And a lot of tech companies have their buildings right there in Hyderabad, India. And recently, a 2-story building in Bangladesh and also a building in Singapore with over 800 staff. And of course, Google Map shows our building there in Orlando. Evidence that it is there. I live near to Orlando, and I definitely have been privileged at that building. That's a building in Hyderabad and also in Bangladesh. Now, we look at legality. Is ONPASSIVE legal? Yes. Yes, it's registered with the Better Business Bureau, and it's also registered with sunbiz.org because it's there in Florida. It's also registered in India and in Bangladesh and in Singapore. The empire needs to be functional and have furnishings. And so, what is the cost to build your empire with ONPASSIVE? Let us look at a few costs. Now, if you look at a cost to start a business in the US, we're talking about a barber shop, roughly about 120,000 US dollars to start a barber shop in the US. And that, of course, is US dollars. A little food truck that you might see on the road if you visit US, it's about anywhere from 75,000 to 150,000 to have those little food truck, especially in Manhattan, where you have the Empire State Building. If you're talking about food franchise, then you're talking about millions, anywhere from about $1 million US to start a franchise, a food franchise, McDonald's, Burger King, etc. in the US. But all right, you don't have that kind of business in mind. So you want to start in your garage. So you want to start in your garage. You don't have that big capital to start up a business. But did you know that just to legally license a business in the US, we're talking about at least $932 for a LLC. Just $932 US dollars. So it's not cheap to start a business. It takes money to start a business. But as we said, Ashmafare is a man with a heart, millionaire. So he doesn't really need, but just like other millionaires, they want to help humanity. So just for $97, Ashmafare with a heart is giving us a business, a fully registered legal business that you don't have to spend $923 US dollars to go and register that business. It is already registered. So just to become a founder, you only need $97 one time out of your pocket. And then when we launch to the public, another one time for subscription, one time out of pocket, of which it is approximately 250, so it can be more and it can be less. One time out of pocket for ONPASSIVE to go to work for you and to market your business, to sell your products for you, to do all the customer service, because when somebody call, see the number on your website and call, they are not going to talk with you. They are going to talk with someone at Hyderabad. And so currently, the company is in pre-launch. We are also doing all founders beta testing. The next will be semi-launch, or some people call it VIP launch, or some people call it founders launch, where we're going to get into more beta testing of all our products as founders, because that's one of the function as a founder. And then finally, we are going to do the official global launch to the public once the ONPASSIVE tech team and legal team gives the green light. Because remember, we are registered and in 4 countries, registered, and we are functioning in over 200 countries. So there's a lot of legal things to deal with all of those countries that we are involved in order for you to get paid in your currency. Then there's a few legal things to deal with, etc., etc. So once again, when the legal team and tech team gives that go ahead for us to launch to the public, that is when we launch. And I think it is very, very soon, because we are in operation from 2018, building, making the products from the ground up. And so we are not very far from establishing our presence on the global launching. And so what is a unicorn company? Because that is what ONPASSIVE is going to be shortly after launch. So a unicorn company is any business, not only indigenous to ONPASSIVE, but any business that is privately held startup company valued at over $1 billion. And that is a unicorn company. And so we have a few that we can share with you. Microsoft is one, and Microsoft took 15 years to become a unicorn company, to hit that $1 billion value in 1990. Apple did the same in 1990, and they took 14 years to become a unicorn company. But was it worth it? Yes, because I am sure Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Roland Wayne is very happy today being a founder of Apple. And that is what we are talking about. Netflix took 10 years before they had their first $1 billion value. Facebook, of course, took 14 years to hit that $1 billion value to become a unicorn company. But I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg is not upset with taking so long to become a unicorn company. And so ONPASSIVE is going to do that, I believe, my personal opinion, in less than a year. Actually, I believe less than 6 months, really and truly. So there's only 2 types of company, only 2. You're either a public company or you are a private company. A public company, basically, what that is saying is a public company is a company that trade on the stock market. A private company is owned by the company's founder. So therefore, ONPASSIVE is a private company and have no intention, unfortunately, like Apple, that left from a private company in 1976 when it launched and became a public company because it traded on the stock market. So if you bought stock in 1976 with Apple and you spend about $1,000 by December 1980, 4 years afterwards, then your $1,000 stock will have worth $430,000. And so Apple made over 300 millionaires in 1980. And I believe another personal opinion, I believe that Unpassive is going to break much more millionaires than Apple in a very short time. These are some public owned companies, as we said, Apple, Bank of America and Samsung, and of course Toyota, a couple publicly owned companies, and privately owned companies, public supermarket, Wawa gas station, IKEA. Those are some privately held companies. And so, yes, Unpassive is a privately held company. After my empire is built with Unpassive, how do I get paid? That is very important. Unpassive has a unique patented pay plan. It's not a binary system. It is not a multi-level system. It's not a no system. It's a patented pay plan that is indigenous only to Unpassive, no other company. And that is why it is not shared exactly how we get paid. Because this structure is only, I say again, only indigenous to Unpassive. And it will be done through our world payment or wallet. But rest assured, that payment will be from the heart of Unpassive and Ash Mufari. Because if you have been with Ash Mufari and have been to any of his webinars as a CEO, which I've never seen before, that he gives away cars, SUVs, motorbikes. So that man, I've never seen any company did that before. You have a company car, and that company car has to return to the company when you leave the company. So with Ash Mufara and Unpassive, that car is that person's own personal car, and he gives it away. Who does that? Only Ash Mufari. So you don't have to worry about your pay plan. Ash Mufari has the heart for humanity that will give you what you need to be successful. Once the founders launch start, Unpassive will run massive marketing campaign for you using artificial intelligence and machine learning to get customers signed up in your business. So your initial 250 approximately will have Unpassive start work for you. Just like if you was to buy a franchise. All right, say you buy a McDonald's franchise. You have $1.2 million in your pocket and you pay for a McDonald's franchise. Then, of course, you personally don't have to flip the burgers, don't have to be on the cash register, etc., etc. Of course, you're going to employ people to do that. So basically, that is what you'll be doing. You'll be employing Unpassive to grow your business for you, and you go and collect the money when you so desire. Unpassive give you generational wealth, residual income, AI sales funnel, AI landing pages, AI autoresponders, AI customer service, and much more. And if you know anything about online business, if you don't have sales funnel, landing pages, autoresponders, and these gadgets, which cost money, then listen, your website is just sitting there gathering a lot of dust, really and truly. And so what Unpassive is the correction to the corruption. So online, and that's why people don't get into business online, because there's a lot of corruption with online business. And correct all of that so that you and I, the 97% of failing people that is doing online business, will be successful. And so Unpassive is the answer to help the weeping child that is without food, clothing, shoes, and clean water. Can you imagine? People on the planet don't have clean water to drink. That's kind of unheard of. But yes, it is a reality. that children, people don't have clean water to drink. Unpassive is the answer to help the mothers and the fathers that is crying their eyes out, not knowing which way to turn. Unpassive is the answer to senior citizens who have to choose between medication or food. Should that be a choice? No. They should have enough that they don't have to rather choose, should I buy medication this month or should I pay my bills this month? What to do. That is an unfortunate situation that we have found ourselves in. And so Unpassive is the answer to homeless children, homeless mothers, homeless fathers across the world. No matter where you live, you have homeless people. No matter where you are, you have people eating out of garbage pan, no matter where you live. And so that is the correction to all of these corruption that Unpassive is going to bring. And so therefore, what we are saying today is build a strong, powerful empire today with Unpassive. By getting back with the person who invited you to see this presentation, ask them for their link. And in case of Vincent, I think it was, that pay that $97, because there's no business on the planet that you can get for $97. As I said, if you want a business that is legal in the US, you have to at least have $932, $34 to register that business for it to be legal. And so get back with the person who invited you to see this presentation, ask for them link and pay that $97 one time out of pocket. And of course, if you don't feel happy, we have a 90 days. Most business and most company maximum might give you 30 days, just 30 days maximum. Some give you 7 days. We are giving you 90 days to look around. If you're not happy, hey, we give you back your $97. And then when it comes to global launch, there's another one-time out of pocket of approximately $230 one time for Unpassive to move forward with your business and get your prospects and get your customers and get you rolling in some money that is residual. So become a founder, because this is going to be the last business that will help you to be successful. Thank you very much. And I turn it back over to Lily Lane.
Thank you, Dr. Derrick. It's so obvious from your presentation that we can tell that you are very, very knowledgeable of the products that ONPASSIVE has to offer. You went from the foundation to today, and there are a lot of information between that you share with us, and we thank you so much. And I'm sure that those guests that we have today are much more knowledgeable about what is going on. The only thing I regret is that when I joined ONPASSIVE in 2019, that I didn't meet up with you to share the information so thorough. I feel that I would be much further than I am today. So we thank you so much. Do we have any questions about the presentation that we just heard?
Okay, this is Vincent here. Thank you very much, Dr. Derrick. And Lily, I thank you all very much for the presentation. I think it was pretty explanatory. I just want to know if this video, I know I did ask, but I just want to know if this particular recording would be available. I have to leave now. I had another appointment. I have to leave now, but I'll also like to hear a recording of the one that is coming behind here. So thank you all very much, and God bless.
Thank you.
Yes, Vincent. As I said, if you reach out to me in WhatsApp. I can share the link for the video with you.
Okay, thank you. I've already taken your number and posted it in my contact. So I will connect with you later. Thank you. Good evening to everybody.
Good evening. Okay, we want to thank all of you that attended this webinar today. And we hope that you're leaving with all questions answered and you don't have a problem not having made up your mind whether you're going to join this awesome group or not. We really know that this is a truly movement. You didn't come here by mistake. And I feel that it was destined for me to get involved with this company in order that I can help others live the kind of life that they deserve to live. I believe that we are blessed to bless others. And this is what I'm looking forward to. So.